Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Light Worker. Welcome to the Light Worker. Thank you all for coming in tonight. Tonight I have a topic that, you know, a topic that I feel pretty much divides us as beings, human beings. Spiritual language. Those are things that language is one thing that does divide us as beings here. So I speak English, others speak other languages, but because that person speaks another language, that doesn't mean that that person should be judged. Okay, hi, thank you. Yes, so just because a person speaks a different language, that does not mean that a person should be judged, or that doesn't mean that that person doesn't receive love from God. So when I talk about the third eye, there's different references to that. Some people who have different beliefs feel that the third eye is something that is not of God. But in different beliefs, I grew up a Christian. So as growing up as a Christian, the third eye would actually make reference to spiritual discernment. That's exactly what that is. But because I say it's the third eye, another language may describe that as spiritual discernment. Awakening is basically growing in faith. And inner vision really would be the eyes of the heart. So the insight is wisdom from God. So because I speak a different language, that does not mean that I am not of God, and that I don't love God, and that I don't have a mission here. So that's something that divides us all as beings here living in this lifetime. So I feel like, we should stop letting those things divide us. Just because I speak a different language, it actually goes back to the same human capacity that we all have. So, yeah, it's, how sometimes we could know something, but we don't necessarily have to have proof of it. We know it because it's our intuition, and everybody has an intuition. So, and we're always supposed to trust our intuition. And that comes, of course, from a higher source, from something that is beyond yourself. So when I trust my intuition, that is connected to an energy center that's here. That's my language. But to other people language, it may be the spirit of discernment, or just knowing something without actually having the physical proof of it. So it's being attentive to God's guidance, rather than just like on the surface appearance. So that's the reason why I just wanted to be able to still connect to individuals that I feel could connect to the love, basically, is what I'm saying. That all of these different things divides us as beings here on earth, actually serving and completing our missions here. So discernment, wisdom, and the work of the Holy Spirit, all of that is the same thing. It's just different ways to say it. So the third eye is connected, of course, to insight, awareness, and perspective. What is self-awareness? It's your intuition. It's recognizing patterns that we all have. Critical thinking, imagination, a way to step back and see the big picture. It's not it has to do with the brain's functions. So it has to do, well, if we all have different traditions. We all do speak the same language, but well, we don't speak the same language, but it actually goes back to the same exact capacity to being a human being. So, I just want to talk a little bit about the intuition. Have you ever has there ever been a time to where you felt like you shouldn't have done something and God told you, I don't think you should do that, and you did it anyway? And then when you did it, then of course, the thing that you did that Spirit or God told you not to do, you would have to actually see the actions of those, of the results of those actions. Like, one time I pulled up to a gas station and there was this man that was standing there, and God was like, don't park here. But I didn't listen. I was like, that man ain't gonna do nothing to me. So I didn't listen. I went inside the store, came back out of the store, and this man had slashed all my tires. And had I listened to my intuition, the man slashed all my tires and then told me, hey, I could take you somewhere to get a tire. What? I mean, come on. So, so if I had trusted my intuition in that particular situation, then my tires wouldn't have gotten slashed. There wouldn't have been a person that, would have approached me telling me that they can take me somewhere. Luckily, I was able to run back into the convenience store and let them know what happened. The police came, and took care of the situation. The person, of course, ran off. But had I listened to my intuition, that I wouldn't have even found myself in that situation. There was another situation that happened when I was younger, maybe in my early 20s. We going out, we partying, we got our drinks, going to get our drinks. So I go into another gas station. I'm with my friend, Danielle. And this man was sitting outside of the gas station. He said, you need to go home. I said, who, me? I need to go home? He said, yes, you need to go home. I said, okay. I decided that I was not going to go out that night because obviously I didn't need to. So I get back in the car with my friends. My friend Danielle that was with me, she was like, he told you to go home? I said, yeah. I said, I'm about to go home. She said, okay, I'm going home too. But there was two other girls that was with us, and they were in the back seat, and they were like, no, we could still go out, this, that, and other. Okay, well, I'm not going out. Y'all go out. I find out that they had got into a car accident. One of them broke their leg. It could have been worse for me. So, at times we have to make sure that we are really paying attention. Just because that person, was a man that didn't have a home, that doesn't mean that he didn't have a message from God. God can use anybody at any time, anywhere, in order to deliver a message that you need to hear. So, that's why it is important to trust your intuition and also realize that we're all connected. We all have the same capacity to use our intuition. And just because we speak different languages, that doesn't necessarily mean that, we should be divided or that there should be judgment called on anybody just because they speak a different language. So, I just wanted to bring more awareness to that. We all have the capacity to love. We all have the capacity to speak things into existence. We all, and then with that, that's what is called spell work. And some people look at that as, oh, that's dark, this, that, and other. When you speak with your words, you are speaking spells. As children, we learned how to spell with words. So when we speak with our words, we are actually spelling. We are speaking over our lives. So that, in another way, is a different language, but it's because you don't understand the language. It's, difficult for other people to actually understand where you're coming from. So as far as, and another situation. So not everybody celebrates their birthday, but for the ones that do celebrate their birthday, everybody get candles and they blow out candles. That's the spell. You're making wishes. And it's not something that should be judged. It's just something that people do traditionally, but they don't realize that it's also connected spiritually because we all do it. So I just wanted to bring more awareness to that particular school of thought or way of thinking. So Uh, that's pretty much what I wanted to say tonight. In different beliefs, there is, you know, there's different ways to understand things. So when I talk about my intuition, the intuition basically is the eye of the lamp. That is actually, it's the eye of the eye as the lamp of the body. And the eye as the lamp of the body is mentioned in Matthew 6:22. That is my third eye. That's what it is. So also, the person without the Spirit does not accept the things that comes from the Spirit of God. That is 1 Corinthians 2:14. That is actually all still talking about discernment, wisdom, and the work of the Holy Spirit. It's just spoken in a different language. So we all have the same human experience, but different vocabulary. So I feel like with everything that's going on in the world right now, I'm not going to mention all of those things, but everybody can see what's happening. We are supposed to actually connect and love each other and not let language separate us. So, yeah. I don't know who co-host. I don't know who that is. Hey, Toya Marie. Okay, so what's the co-host thing? I'm. What is that? How you doing too? I love you. Much love to you. Somebody is trying to do some kind of co-host thing. Oh, well, I don't know who that is. No, I don't know them. Thank you for coming. Yeah. So, as I was saying, the third eye is basically directly connected to your intuition. And being able to use that intuition, it is used in different languages, spoken different languages, but it's the same thing. And I use my intuition for different things. I read different things. I can read tarot cards. I made cards that basically is my connection to spirit. So this is a deck that I made. This is not a tarot deck. So this deck has different ways that people can heal. We are all on a healing journey. Healing is an ongoing thing. We're never finished healing. So I have different messages that I get from spirit or God, my connection. This is how I communicate, my personal relationship. I believe in Christ consciousness. I believe in several other spiritual languages. I incorporate all of them into my life. So with this deck, I made this deck. This is messages that Spirit gave me to share with people. So I have created at least 6 decks with messages. They bring things that's done in the dark to light. Things that God, Spirit wants you to pay more attention to. This is a deck that I made. I created it. I did all the artwork. It's a deck. You could actually get a blank deck of cards and you can decorate them the way you want. So my cards have messages, So when I have a message for somebody, it'll come out. So let's see. So the number 4 just came out of this deck. This is about stability. This is about creating firm foundations. So the number 4, this is the Spirit is telling me that somebody needs stability. So if I want to know more about this 4, then I can pull something else. So this 4 is about stability, and there is people that's going through transitions. This is changes. This is changes that's happening. So in order to have this stability for the changes that's happening in your life, there is a need to, so this is my card that represents the root chakra. So this card basically explains having fear, letting fear stop you from moving forward in a direction that you need to create stability so you can have, so you'll be able to go through this transition. Somebody also needs to be more forgiving. Somebody won't forgive somebody. So because you're not forgiving someone, this has you caught, this has you stuck in this lower energy. And this is preventing you from having this transition. And this transition will create stability for you. But you have to stop letting lower energy things exist in your world. Fear is one. That's false evidence appearing real. There is another one where you have a terrible relationship with money. There is so many things that we can all live in or exist in. You know, some people, when they get angry about something, they choose to just be angry about it. You could choose to be more grateful. And then once you get in the attitude of gratitude, you're not angry anymore because things could be so much worse, you know? So it's a lot of people that need to be more forgiving and definitely be a whole lot more grateful. A lot of people worry about what other people say. This card represents gossip and what other people have to say and the things that they spew out of their mouth about you. But that doesn't matter because you're abundant. 8 is the number of abundance. This is infinity energy. You are abundant. So this doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. So if we learn to forgive more, we will have stability to make the transitions that will create change. So that's pretty much a message that Spirit gave me. So this is my language that I speak. I speak the language of love. I love. These are very pretty cards. I love you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I'm still very upset over what happened to those dogs. I'm struggling to forgive. I'm not exactly sure what situation you are speaking of, but it all depends. Okay, so if you're upset about it, you being upset, you making a choice to be upset about it is actually hindering you when you make a choice to be upset. Sometimes we just have to accept things as they are, you know, and not saying that I thought you were in Laura's love when I told everyone. I don't know. Malam Zaki, I've never spoken to you before, so I can't invite you to this live. I could have been. I'm not really sure. But you know, the thing is, we have to definitely, we can't control what people do outside of us, but we have control over the things that, how we respond to what people do. And if I make a choice to be angry at somebody else, I'm actually interrupting my energy, and that's not something that I'm going to do. Can you advise me? Advise you on what? What would you like advice about? Enlighten me to your situation. Divine light walk. So as I was saying, it's just time to be more forgiving. We shouldn't be so judgmental. I left the rescue. I was with assistant director, 4 dogs were in. Oh yes, I do remember that. Or maybe Laura, or were you in Aces Live too? I don't know. I do. Okay, I remember that. I do. But still, I understand that, things happen, some lessons that we experience, they're not easy lessons. They're hard lessons. And, I have a big exam coming up next month that I previously did not pass. Can you give me some guidance? So, did you study for it? I've got to let go and move forward. Yes, let that go, because you holding that in your body, that's creating stagnant energy within you. And that's, you're not going to be able to, this is going to create confusion for you. So it's some things that we have to let go of. Yes. And, for the people that's responsible, they will get what is coming to them. It's like, that's God's job to take care of them. Karma is a word that we all understand and believe in. So if somebody does something wrong to somebody and you say, oh, they're going to get their karma. Yes, they are. And that's why we have to be okay with that and not revel in their misfortune. Just say, okay, this person did me wrong. Okay, it's all right. I'm still going to be a being of love. I'm going to forgive that person. I'm going to move forward. But I can't make a choice to be upset about that and linger in that and take on that type of energy that's going to diminish me of my light and, what I'm supposed to do. So, send out loving energy and prayers to the souls and the spirits, of them. They know you love them. So what they did they'll be compensated. That basically creates karmic debt. When you do things wrong to people, places, things, it does, as beings, we're supposed to be kind to all living things. So if we're kind to all living things, we're not supposed to be doing things to animals either. So if we're kind to all living things, for those that are not kind to all living things, who's here, who has a right to be here, their karma is definitely going to pay them. Yes, me holding on to that anger. Yes, it only hinders you. You have to let that go, Yeah, so right now is the time to heal. This card just came out. Heal. It's time to heal. 0 came out. This is a new start. Have some fun. Go out. But be careful when you're having your fun. If you have any issues with money, because you could, if you're not on a budget, or just be frugal with your fun. Yes. So when I was talking earlier about the 4 card, that also has to do with spiritual guidance. Well, that is beautiful. You're going to do it? Are you excited about it? Okay. Oh, let's put out some good energy about that. Let's not worry about that. You are divinely guided. This is your spirit guides. You are divinely guided. Yes, you can do it. You can do it. So this opportunity could be leaving this opportunity could be leading to you getting your power back from a situation that actually drained you of your power. You Look at this. You're the sun. You need to be able to, that opportunity is going to allow you to get your power back, because the other one you lost, you didn't have what was needed. I guess it zapped you. Yes, leave the anger behind, because what you put out comes back to you. It's like we're human information towers, and what we put out, what we're putting out is going to come back to us. So we definitely have to be particular about the words that we use, the language that we speak, how we speak to ourselves, negative self-talk. The third eye is also connected to the throat chakra. And yesterday I was talking about, do you speak your truth or do you lie to yourself? You know, you can't beat yourself up. You have to be able to be gentle and loving to yourself. The power of the tongue. And then something else that's interesting about that, you use your tongue, but think about it. If I tell you to tell yourself that I love myself, if I tell myself I love myself, but I don't speak it and I say it inside, I'm talking to my inside, my internal body, my internal self. So our thoughts is what's inside. And once we speak it out, that's when it plants it here. So we also have to be mindful of the thoughts that we use as well. And when we have the negative self-talk or the things that pretty much, we have to be able to catch those thoughts and reprogram those thoughts to positive ones. So when we manifest, we're not manifesting the things that we don't want. We will be manifesting the things that we do want, because we're thinking about the positive aspect of things instead of what if this happens and what if that happens and I'm going crazy because I can't, we're not supposed to do that. If it's something that's meant for us and we say, okay, Spirit, God, this is something that I feel is going to bring me joy and happiness, and I will be able to serve humanity in this position that I'm doing. And a part of that humanity, you'll be able to make changes. So with that, hold on one second. So yeah, so if it's a position that is going to have you serving your purpose, your mind has to be clear and your throat has to be clear as well, as far as like what you're saying to yourself. So you'll be able to manifest the things that you desire to have in your life. So using your tongue you actually clip your wings before you fly when you always speak negative things and not catch those thoughts, and it also has to do with self-worth and believing whether or not you deserve it. So the time is now. This is the heart chakra. This is all about love. It's time for us to focus more on loving each other and also being in the present moment. The present is a gift. So being in the present moment is where you find gratitude and love, and you're not so much focused on the lower energy thoughts. When I say that, the lower energy thoughts would be the lower vibrational thoughts. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, being in the present moment. Being in the present moment is actually going to create balance. This is my Libra card. I don't know if there's a Libra here or not, but this is going to create balance in your relationships, in your marriage, business partner, sharing, interpersonal relationships. This is the 7th house. This is in your 7th house. So, so yes, being more in the present moment, being more grateful, loving yourself and others. Loving yourself and others is going to create this balance. Oh, you're a Libra. Okay. Well, yes, loving yourself and others will create balance and stability for you. Rosie, do you do anything online? Do you do anything online in relation to matters of the heart? Or are you having an issue? Like, is there some matters of the heart going on? Something to do with your identity, lost identity? Ah. Well, what are you passionate about? What are you passionate about? Yeah. The heart is to do with this exam coming up. Ah. So the exam is about the heart? Like literally the heart, or I moved to another country and need to do an exam to be able to pursue my passion. Ah, okay. All right. What is your passion? I failed it initially and felt stuck. Oh, I understand. Natural healing and acupuncture. Oh, that is beautiful. That is a beautiful healing modality. Well, you can do it. Sometimes we fail at a lot of things, but when we try again, we succeed. Just got to keep trying. It's like the real question is, how bad do you want it? If it's something that's truly your passion, you'll be willing to do whatever is necessary. And natural healing, that's a beautiful healing modality. It's something where you will be serving your purpose. So yes, let's see what other messages. There is several other things. Yes, still somebody needs to heal natural, or this is in relation to your healing journal. Excuse me, your healing journey is going to create the stability. The 4. And that's, sometimes we have lessons that we feel like we failed, but the thing is, if you look at it as a fail, wouldn't a better aspect of looking at it would be that you learned something instead of failing? It's like, I don't necessarily like to consider myself that I failed at something. I learned something. I attempted to do something and I did not get the result that I was looking for, but I did learn from that. I'm not going to say it's a loss, because we associate, when we say we lost something, it's ways to set our body into type of a lost energy. So you learned the first time. Sometimes you got to learn the second and third time, but sometimes, yes, yeah. Sometimes, we have to learn things and go through experiences more than one time. That's even in life, though. I have life lessons that, if you were in a situation and, you learned everything that you needed to learn, I guess you could say relationship wise, and you go back to that relationship. And if it's the same thing, that means that you haven't learned the lessons that you were supposed to learn the first time. So now you have to make sure that you do what's necessary to step back into your own. This is my identity card. and release self-doubt because you've already learned the lessons that you're supposed to learn. You're welcome. You are so welcome. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So, one message coming out of the card, which came out, I believe this came out yesterday. This is the time of learning and teaching. This is a time of learning and teaching. We are still learning every day. New lessons. We're learning new languages every day. So, let's see. The Gemini card came out. Has to do with the mind, your thinking, activity, interests, siblings, communication, social activity in the third house. So, as I was saying before, even with the person that knows about astrology, hey, Pay, how was the dinner? Oh, okay. Gemini rising. That's all right. So, Gemini rising. It's time. It's the time of teaching and learning. You know, even, if I'm a person that's into astrology and I know, good, he had an amazing time. That's awesome. So, Gemini, even though, I might speak a different language, but, and this is what I mean. I'm not sure. Oh. So, yeah, with the Gemini energy, it's a time of teaching and learning. So, I don't know. It's my pleasure. I'm glad you stopped by too. Please come by again. Come if you could stay. If you got to go, I understand. But I'm grateful that I was able to be used to deliver any message that is going to help you vibrate higher. Yeah, so with the Gemini, it's a time of teaching and learning, like I was saying. I don't know if let me see. Gemini. What message do we have from Gemini? It's a time of teaching and learning. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. I want to wish you many blessings on your exam. I don't necessarily, luck is all right, but I don't necessarily use that word because that takes away the power of spirit. But yeah, so I don't know if Geminis are starting to change their diet or not, or if changing the diet might be a good idea. So 3 and 3. Yeah, this teaching and learning is about the mind, body, and spirit. This is, I need to change mine to help with inflammation. Yeah, this is indicating some pain here. So yeah, changing your diet is actually going to assist you with that inflammation. Now is the time to do that. All right. So, number 9. I have number 9 here. I have psoriatic arthritis, and I'm recovering from shoulder surgery. Ah, okay. And they basically said you're life path number 9. Okay, well, 9 is here. Yeah. Okay. So are you in a state of confusion? Is it something you're not sure? Is something you need to make a decision about? Something that might be a little confusing to you? Ah, 3 came out too, Pay. So the number 9 is related to completion and service, endings, endings, how do I pronounce this word? Humanitarianism. I think you know what I'm saying. I hope you know what I'm saying. Yes, I believe that goes back to me being confused and angry, like I'm arguing with myself. Yeah. It's like this is a state of confusion. Yeah. Spirit is confirmed. Yes, it's a state of confusion. So yeah, the 9 is basically it's a completion of service. Endings, humanitarianism. I can't say that. Humanitarianism. I think that's it. Humanitarianism, spiritual purpose, preparing for a new phase. So now is the time you're preparing for a new phase. Peyton, you said number 3, creativity, communication with spirit guides, expansion, and divine support. So yeah, that's a message to you. Now it's time for some new things to happen. And Gemini is a air sign. It's also about communication. So definitely, the ice storm is here. It's blowing like crazy outside. Oh, wow. Well, we don't have any ice here. I'm in Florida. Do I have the deck upside down? I do. So basically, this is another reminder. Your guides, your spirit guides, are here with you. Wow. I never. So, what's the weather like in Texas? Texas. I always thought it was like hot there or something. I don't know why. Named Fern. Is it usually cold? Like, does it get cold in Texas? I mean, I've never been there before, so I'm not. Yes, we almost never got snow or ice. It was 55 to 60 just last week. Yeah, this weather is very bipolar. There's a lot going on with the weather. All right. I don't know. there's any Aquariuses here. Picking up on Aquarius energy. It's just air energy tonight. Gemini, Aquarius. And Aquarius. Hopes and wishes. Humanitarianism. The same word again. So yeah, this also has to do with your 11th house. The future, your friends, social awareness, technology. Yeah, I'm originally from Savannah, Georgia, and we never really got snow. I remember one year on my birthday it did snow, but it didn't stick. And I remember taking some and putting it in a Ziploc bag so I can remember when it snowed. A little earring going out. Whatever. So let me see if there's any other messages from Spirit here. It's nice. 5 degrees here now. Oh, wow. 5 degrees. Oh, my goodness. I don't even want to know what that feels like. Wow. It's a lot of changes happening. Negative 24 yesterday. Oh, wow. And I thought 20 was bad. But zodiac signs just want to come out tonight. Taurus. Any Taurus. There's a Taurus that's coming out. Taurus, the second house, has to do with income, money, values, work ethic, habits, routines, your job. Four is out again. So there's a Taurus that needs stability as well. Hey, don't you have Taurus somewhere? Or is that Alexis? Taurus rising. Okay. Well, we already know. Let's see. We already know that because you got Emperor yesterday. I was half listening. My fault. I was rolling. I partake on Thursdays because it's green. You know, I kind of chilled out on that so I can be more of a clear channel on, up days but on Thursdays, oh yeah. I get into it. I get into that thing. Okay, so let's see. I got me on board. Hey, that's all right. That is all right. Okay, y'all. I'm picking up a situation on a couple that needs clarity. This is a woman and a man. This is about a couple. That's all right. This is about a couple. A couple needs some clarity on the situation. What is this situation? Let's find out. What is this situation that this couple needs clarity on? So, yeah, I feel the same way with that. The spinach, the natural spinach. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's. I just need to have just the natural spinach. It's good for us. Okay. So what I'm pulling here is with my transitions deck. It basically gets into more detailed information into situations. So this couple, oh, well, this couple is actually I don't somebody in this couple in this relationship, they need some clarity because they broke up. Yeah, so in this card is somebody is in a relationship. They may have just broken up with somebody, but the advice is not to go back. Do not turn back. You might can't see it, but it says do not turn back. You're free. You've already graduated. You've gotten your diploma. You're done. There's no need to go back to that relationship. If somebody did make a choice to go back to a relationship, unfortunately, there is a situation in this couple relationship here. They are dealing with somebody who is kind of delusional, zoned out, kind of loco, crazy, obsessed. So that's what's happening here. So somebody in a relationship, I don't know who it is. I pick up because I'm on this platform. I pick up on all kind of energies. Yeah. Unfortunately, something in this relationship is lies, addictions, a couple of other things that, I don't know if I can say on this platform. And somebody in this relationship is going to be moving to a new city or state if somebody has already done that. So the person like in this couple relationship, whatever has happened, karma is going to be served to this person for something that they did. Judgment has been called on this situation with this person. Obviously, this person needs help. A person that is an addict, they're not a bad person. They're just sick. Yeah, but this other person in this relationship, they pretty much they drink and they deal with other ways to escape their reality, to deal with whatever has happened in this relationship. Yeah. So I'm not really sure who that applies to, but that's what I picked up. In that one. So obviously this couple, they've broken up and obviously they are separated, and there's a lot of distance in between this couple. So the song that came up is Get Here by Oleta Adams. I don't know who's familiar with Oleta Adams, but so Peyton, there's something else that I'm going to share with you. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna be able to do this. There are hills and mountains between us, always something to get over. If I had my way, surely you would be closer. I need you closer. So, this is the song that was channeled. This is the song that was channeled in relation to this situation. So, there is somebody they've broken up with somebody, and they miss them. And yeah. Thank you. I don't know if you know, I used to sing in a band. I've been singing since I was about 7. But of course, before my spiritual awakening, I was in a band. I sang, I performed all over Savannah, Georgia, and then unfortunately, well, you know what? I won't say unfortunately. I'm grateful for everything that has happened in my life. Yeah. So, and actually being in the music, I guess, industry, that is actually the thing that caused my awakening or a better understanding of my connection. Unfortunately, someone tried to do something to my daughter that, that I was in this music group with. And, it basically, that was the catalyst to the change that happened in my life. And it helped me to realize what happened to me when I was younger. And then I took the time to go inside and, my sister reminded me of the things that happened to me. And I was able to go back and recall what happened to me as a child. And that's how I even got into Reiki. That's how I even got into energy healing and figuring out how I can break generational curses and, and make things better for my daughter. So, yeah. So I still sing every once in a while. I'm going to get back into it because it feels good to sing. Sometimes I can sing and just cry and just get all of my blockages out. That is directly connected to the throat. So, but yeah, I will be here. I got 3 more minutes for Live at 9. Do you like that name, Peyton? Live at 9. 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 Mm-mm-mm. 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 Yeah, I like it. Live at 9. Live at 9. Live at 9. Live at 9. So that's been my, my little thing. It'll just be 9 p.m. because I'm not doing 9 a.m. too. Yes. I like it. Okay, ladies. Live at 9 has been created. So, does anybody want any other pull cards or I'm pull card pulls before I leave? I got 2 minutes left. I just want to say that I am grateful to be able to share my time, space, and energy here in our Live at 9 session. But, of course, before we leave, of course, we are going to recite our chakra affirmations as well as our principles. So, in order to keep ourselves balanced, mind, body, and spirit throughout the week, this is something that we say every day. So, the first one is, I am safe. I am safe. I am creative. I feel creative. I am strong. I do strong things, and I stand in my power. I am loved. I give loved. I give love. I am expressive. I speak my truth. I am connected. I see the hidden truth. I am divine. I know and I understand. And we will end our live with our principles, our 5 principles of Reiki. So just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will not be angry. Just for today, I will do my work honestly. Just for today, I will be grateful for my many blessings. And just for today, I will be kind to all living things. These are principles that allow us to stay more present. And a reminder for us to be more grateful. Okay, that is my time. I love y'all. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I'll see y'all again live at 9. I love you too. I love you too.